there are names that start to come out, and I actually don't ever want to damage any of you.
So that petition has finally come out, the one of the 27 athletes who do not want to continue. This is what it officially says here. Devin posted this on his account. I write this message to you on behalf of 27 athletes. We are really tired of the situation in the East versus West League and the uncertainty about Baku and other events. We think that the main problem in the current situation is Devin. Most athletes do not like Devin's cheating when pulling and putting pressure on referees. And most of all, we do not like that he seems to have much influence on the organization now as he talks on behalf of the organization and even attempts to change rules. We do not see any good way out of the situation until you make a solid agreement with Engen to secure our rights. Otherwise, we would all not keep pulling. We really want East versus West to remain a neutral global organization as it used to be and to be part of it. We are waiting for your official decision. Let's read the comments here. The only reason I got into watching arm wrestling a couple years ago was because of Devin. His trash talking and ability to back it up brings amazing entertainment. Totally agree. He definitely was one of the influences for me getting into the sport back in 2019. I think I was watching arm wrestling, probably highlights on YouTube, maybe in 2018. And then 2019, I remember that WoW season, I ended up buying the pay-per-view, some of the pay-per-views that last WoW season before, the scamdemic and everything stopped. Because of Devin, why arm wrestling is famous. If Devin is not part of the tournament, less viewers. Show the 27 names. Yeah, so he did not expose the 27 names. Here's what he said specifically about why he did not say who those names were.
I want to stop because there are names that start to come out, and I actually don't ever want to damage any of you because I actually love you guys, and I think that there's been a lot of mistakes that have been made, and I think that there's been a lot of manipulation.
A lot of mistakes. I think that's a pretty reasonable approach for him not actually exposing the 27 names, even though a lot of people are curious because, it might just throw more fuel on the fire for the drama situation and not actually help with things getting mended. But let's go more into some of these comments. But actually, I do want to mention Engen is live right now in a live stream with Camille, Pavlo, Ivan, and Joshua Grant. Seems like kind of a random live stream, so that was interesting. This may be Engen's way of responding to things and staying relevant with some of the athletes. So what do you guys think about that? But here, Matt Rhodes made a comment on Devin's post as well. If it is said, until you make a solid agreement with us to secure our rights, I would say fair enough. But the fact that it has to be an agreement with a former employee who quit, it is just a total farce, as is the idea of being held ransom via a former employee is even being entertained by the league owners. Yeah, that is crazy. Everything they're saying Dev is guilty of was all on Engen's watch. So why do they think Engen is the answer to counter Devin? Yep, I think that's because of manipulation here. If Devin doesn't compete, rip EVW. It's bitter but true. Everyone is just jealous of Devin's successful career. That's why they don't want him. A 7-year-old would write a better petition. This sounds like a 5th grade kickball standoff. We refuse to play kickball at lunch because the big guy keeps kicking our asses, and that makes us feel uncomfortable. That's funny. You officially won. Congratulations on making them quit. Without Devin, you lose 80%, if not more, fans of the sport. I don't even think the Easterners know what they're fighting for anymore. There's no rule changes. The pads are the same height, and Baku is not a thing. As far as I'm aware, why do we keep seeing them say all these things? Who is the 27 athletes? So a lot of people are curious who the athletes are. Maybe it's better that they're not mentioned. Like I said, it might just add more fuel to the fire, but it's good to have this petition public just for a matter of transparency for the fans and the situation. What is your guys' take on all of that right there? Let me know in the comments section, guys.